Yo, you know the vibes. Uncle Ralph, Ralph McDaniels, Video Music Box, Lord Nez in the building.
Yeah, Queens get the money, baby. Shout out to Gully TV, man.
Gully TV.
How you say get your dribble right?
Get your dribble right.
Get your dribble right?
Yeah.
You think about the resale market.
So people like me that dig around in sneakers all day, I mean, well, obviously I'm pleased with it because, again, my sneakers are a 6 in grade school, which are just by and large less.
When you
than,
say grade school, you basically wear youth size.
I wear youth sizes, correct.
Okay.
So a 6Y, 6 youth, is a 7.5 in women's.
Yeah.
Or a 6 men is about a 7 in women's. So yeah, I can get primarily I get my size less expensive than a grown-ass man would. However, there are some shoes that it's flip-flops, that my size is more than the grown-up size.
Yeah.
But the resale market. So what I do is dig around for sneakers all day. I am banking on somebody not knowing what they have.
No doubt.
Which happens a lot.
Yeah.
I am a huge thrifter. That's what I do. That's really how.
Too.
Do you?
Yeah, I
Oh,
thrift.
don't tell me that because I have your ass in Salval right
Man,
now.
I thrift too, man. I'm a starter jacket collector.
Oh shit! I got an Orlando Magic pullover at the crib.
No doubt. Okay.
But yeah, so I thrift all day, every day, and I dig around in Poshmark because I make a lot of my extra money selling on Poshmark. Name
So
brands.
you're not just a collector. You buy and sell shit too.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So not really shoes I let go of. Like if I find a pair of mids, which I don't wear mids. If I find a pair of mids at the thrift store, I'm absolutely throwing them on Poshmark.
When you say mids, you talking about a mid sneaker?
Yeah, so Jordan 1 mids are not retro sneakers. They're just like a reproduced, recycled style. So like when you hear retro, this is a Jordan 1 retro, OG. It has a Nike sign right here.
Okay.
Right? No Jordan thing on the back.
Okay.
So like a mid is going to look exactly like this, but it's going to have the Jumpman logo right here.
Yeah.
And then sometimes right here on the back. That's just the sneaker. That's not a retro. It is a Jordan. It was made by Jordan. It wasn't made by Nike though when this particular shoe was. So yeah, not an OG, not a retro. No big deal. Look the same.
Right.
I don't fuck with them, but if I find one at the thrift store, I'm gonna sell it on Poshmark. So yeah, I'm banking on people to not know what they have, which is where I've gotten a lot of my sneakers from. These, for instance, were brand new. I bought them off Poshmark. In your size, these are $2,100.
Jesus.
I bought these, I can't even tell you because people would be mad, in the box, brand new, for double digits.
Damn.
So yeah, that's what, when the kids are in bed and I got my own thing going on, I'm digging around for shoes and purses.
What do you think about the dunks? Dunks have been an integral part of the sneaker game. Seemed like they got oversaturated. It was a time when they were kind of rare and shit, and then they started to be everywhere. What do you think about dunks?
Like people in the sneaker community, people kind of make fun of the Panda Dunks because they were so mass produced and the hype was so big for like no reason.
Yeah.
They're cool. You can wear them with everything. The Dunks that I like are the rarer Dunks, like the Ben and Jerry's. They have the cow print on them. They're just different, limited run. But the SB Dunks are kind of where it's at right now with the chunky tongue.
Yeah.
That's what everybody is going after, and those are the ones that are not as produced as just the regular Dunks, like the Pandas. But yeah, I fuck with Dunks. Never a high top Dunk. They look goofy, kind of.
Oh yeah? You don't
Never
like
wore
them?
a high top Dunk in my life. I've also never owned a pair of Jordan 10s.
What's the difference between, based on the silhouette, a high top Dunk and a Jordan 1? Is there any similarity?
Is, and a lot of people wouldn't know. One more thing I want to tell you about the mid. This is made underneath. The toe box is made underneath, and then this part gets stitched above. On a mid, it's flipped around. So the toe box is going to be on top of the out part of the shoe.
Right.
But the high top Dunk is shaped a little differently, but you'll notice this part of the Dunk goes all the way down. They are very similar looking, but It'll always say Nike on the back right here, just in bold print. It's always going to have the Nike sign on the front of the Dunk.
Yeah.
Whereas the Jordan mids, they look similar, but they're going to have that logo. And then, this leather goes down. Slight similarities.
Is Foamposite still a major player in the sneaker game?
Not for me. They never really were. And honestly,
Is that because of comfort?
that I don't know, because they were huge back in the day, and the resale value on them went up quite a bit. I don't see them nearly as much as I used to.
Yeah.
So in my mind, and I could be wrong, were like an in and out thing over the course of a decade.
A fad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
No doubt.
Like forces go in and out kind of too. Now you got a pair of like all kids, 'cause I can call them kids because I'm 40, have a pair of dirty forces, and that's how they want them.
Yeah.
And then they went as far as to releasing the Air Forces, a dirty version of them.
I was going to ask
cleaner.
you about that. Who made that popular? I'm going to keep it real. It was my understanding that white college girls made the dirty Air Force One popular.
Exactly.
Is that the truth?
Who did it to us, and I'm mad at all of them. Yeah. I'm mad at all of them.
So they started to actually make I've seen designers start making sneakers that look old.
Remember when Gucci dropped like the dirty ass Gucci sneakers?
Exactly.
Yeah. Now they dropped a Air Force One that is dirty, that gets cleaner over time.
How the fuck does that happen?
I don't know, but yeah. Yep. The white girls at Mercer's did that.
Wow. Tell me about these tags that are on, primarily that's an off-white signature, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. So you can also tell a knockoff off-white, which are very plentiful. It's the real tag is going to be a lot thicker. Like the other, if you have a knockoff off-white shoe, super bendable and will even like whiten as you bend it. This is just more durable. But yeah, these come on all of the off-white sneakers. He did a good job of making his sneakers very, very busy, and just kind of extra, for lack of a better term, as far as like the quotes go, this extra shit, how all of this phrase. But dude was genius. I mean, these shoes are just going to continue to go up in value, especially because they're not being produced anymore.
Okay. What do you think about the Yeezy brand? Is Yeezy still a collector's dream?
So, yes. When I started selling Yeezys about 10 years ago, they were going for a lot of money. He is so controversial right now that I don't see why people wouldn't be snatching his shit up, because eventually in the future, I'm a Yeezy fan, so there's that. I'm a Kanye West fan. But I don't know why people, because he lost his contract with Gap, he lost his contract with Balenci, he lost his contract with Adidas. Why aren't we all snatching these up so we can resell them in the future for more money? For some reason, the price is just going down, down, down. So as a collector, I'd snatch all that shit up and just sit on it and wait, because eventually they're going to be so scarce, and he's going to do something wild, and people are going to want
Yeah. So during certain circumstances, certain sneakers can appreciate in value?
Correct. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. So like the black metallic 5s dropped in March, and I had a pair from the last time they dropped, which was 10 years prior, and I sold those in very fair to good condition for retail price, because those shoes were about to drop again. So like as they come up in the 10-year cycle, especially OG colorways like that, as they come up in the 10-year cycle, if you have a pair from 10 years ago, you're going to sell them for close to retail. It's just my experience.
Right. Can you give me some history on the Supreme brand? It just appeared one day. I think the first person I seen wearing it was
didn't though, because it's crazy. This shit came out in 1994, which a lot of people don't know.
For real?
It started as one skate shop in New York City.
Okay.
And Supreme, over the last decade, maybe even 15 years, they blew up. The cost skyrocketed. The brand awareness with this box logo, anything with this box logo on it, you're paying cash for. I mean, they have a lot of fun stuff. They have stuff that just says Supreme, This box logo is really where the money's at.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I guess you are kind of right, because they've been around for a while, and then all of a sudden, everybody wanted to get their hands on something. It's crazy expensive. Just another high fashion street brand like Yeezy, like Avon Meniere, that like Off-White, that came up and in that designer space. and really held its ground for a while. I mean, Supreme is still very sought after, and we're going on 10, 15 years now. So they did something right.
Why did the skateboard culture become intertwined with
I was
sneakers?
just gonna say that, yeah, they definitely commingled, and that's just fashion. I think that really is. For one thing, we live in a world now that's a lot different than the 80s, and you know, mashup brands are a thing, but culture mashups are also a thing, whereas they weren't as 40 years ago.
Right.
So I think it really is just a fashion thing. I mean, and Lil Wayne started the skateboard shit way back in the day and kind of paved the way for the commingling.
Yeah.
But it's just about looking dope. That's really all it's about. Fuck color, fuck race, fuck all that shit. It's really just about looking fly.
No doubt. Pronounce this designer again, please.
It's Emma Meniere.
Tell me who that is.
So that is just another high fashion streetwear brand that did a mashup with Jordan. Jordan, Nike is very, very good with their mashups. Something like, so this is comparable to like Palm Angels, Chrome Hearts,
Okay.
something like that. Again, just a high fashion street brand.
Yeah.
But they focus on like comfortability and these comfort colors, like essentials, kind of. And yeah, high quality too. I mean, all of their Jordans are suede, high quality, real leather, suede tongue.
Okay. Is there a specific pair of shoes that you don't have in your collection that you must have? I always wanted some Marty McFlys, just for shock
The
value.
Air Mags?
Yeah, for shock value.
Yep.
But I ain't paying they 30,000 or some
They
crazy
surely
shit
are.
like that,
Yep,
right?
those were at that sneaker convention.
Yeah.
So the one shoe I actually already talked about, because I got burnt and I bought a knockoff and I was upset. But it is the Off-White Jordan 1 UNC. So it's the blue and orange colorway for this shoe, but with the Off-White air here, you know, the Off-White corks to it,
Yeah.
parachute here. That's one shoe I found in my size, brand new, $1,200, something like that. I'm gonna keep looking. I'll get it.
Yeah.
I'll get it about someone doesn't know what they have.
What is the best season? Is the sneakerhead game, is that a seasonal endeavor? Do prices fluctuate during different seasons?
Honestly, no. However, something like this, obviously, autumn colors. It's just like a hiking outdoor shoe.
Grab it.
The Travis Scott on the end, the trainer.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, just with anything merchandising wise, something like that's going to spike in the wintertime, as you know, as opposed to an all white Air Force that you can't wear in the snow. But again, we're just in one part of the country.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people everywhere that it's summer all year round. So no, not really. They go just as fast in any season. The price fluctuates just as fast in any season. The weird thing is about some shoes is that they'll be highly anticipated. Like the Rare Air 3s dropped maybe 2 months ago, and they sat on the shelves, they sat online, and nobody really knows why. So it's just hit or miss, really, because the Rare Air 3s are dope. I pre-ordered them, and I could have got them for under retail 3 days later. You just never know.
Right. What do you think about Jordans coming out all the time? Did that fuck up the prestige of when I was young? And a person had Jordans, they would walk through school and stop traffic.
Stop traffic, yep.
Yeah.
When I think of that, the Jordan I think of from like the 80s when I was in grade school is the Concord 11. It's the white top with the patent leather black on the bottom, the 11.
Yeah.
That is the Jordan that I think of in my mind
All
from
right.
them. But no, not really, because like I said, you know, yeah, these mids are mass produced and people are like, I got a pair of J's on.
Right.
But do they though? Because Jordan in my mind is from, you know, from the 80s, timeless, OG colorways.
Right.
Those are just, anyone can grab those off the shelf.
I only wear like maybe 1 through 5. Those are the only ones that I get excited about.
Yeah.
That one that you just described, I think you called it the Concord 11.
Yep.
We refer to those as the Allen Iversons.
I had every color of those.
Yeah, Allen Iverson wore those when he was playing for Georgetown. If you go look this up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Hell yeah. He wore them in college, and then ultimately the whole Georgetown squad started wearing them
Grabbed
in
them,
college back
as they
then.
should have.
Yeah, it was a big deal. So
That's what I think of when I think of Jordans. Also, like the Space Jam, so the movie Space Jam.
Yeah.
He had the black and white 9s in that movie, and then the Space Jam all black 11s. And those, when I think of like sneaker. That's what I think of. Those 3 shoes, those timeless shoes. They will continue to come out every 10 years. Grab them while you can.
Yeah. What do you think about the athlete endorsed shoes? When I was in high school, it was always a Junior Seau, a Ken Griffey, Michael Jordan's, Bruce Smith's.
Yep.
Everybody, Deion Sanders.
Yep.
Everybody
I just bought a
had.
pair of them.
Yeah.
He just re-released them too.
Which ones did you get?
I have a couple pairs of the Speed Turfs, different colorways, but he just released it was a specific colorway with gold mixed into it. Just last month, I think he came back out with.
When you say Speed Turf, is that the Diamond Turf?
Diamond Turf, yeah, Diamond Turf. Yep.
All right, yeah.
One of mine's called the Speed Turf, which is like a royal blue and like yellow color.
So what you got, the black and red ones or the turquoise?
I have the turquoise and like darker turquoise, and then I have a blue and a yellow pair.
Yeah.
Cheap. You can find them cheap.
Right. I think that in terms of sneaker production, I think Nike should take into consideration that their most popular sneakers are referred to as OGs. So you would think that they would bring back the sneakers from the 90s.
They do. The colorways from the 90s, they will bring them back. Like those Concords I said. But they're very limited releases.
Right.
And retail on these sneakers is also going up. Like they're releasing a pair of bread leather 6s eventually, sometime this year maybe. The retail price on them is $360. So we jumped from $190 to $360 on one pair of shoes. I mean, inflation kind of didn't pop in the sneaker communities retail wise until that shoe. And I don't know why. Probably the all leather release, probably that it's the bread meaning black and red Chicago colors put together. But yeah, resale value is always so funny to me because like I said, you can anticipate a shoe coming out for a year and pre-order it because you don't want to miss it, and then 4 days later it's still sitting on GOAT for under retail. So it's just, you just never know.
You can pre-order a sneaker?
Yeah.
For real?
Nike.com, Finish Line, I think they all do it. Yeah.
How long can the wait be? You could
that I don't know, but I pre-ordered a couple weeks in advance.
Yeah.
And then they release some of the shoes. Like if you pre-order, they send them early too.
Oh yeah.
I think you pay a little more for that though, and that's mainly on not the Nike, like GOAT, StockX, things like that. The pre-order, pre-release.
Oh, that's crazy. So pre-ordering, that basically guarantees that you're gonna get a pair.
Correct. Yeah. And then some people do this ticket weird shit. I have never ever done that in my life. I'll wait, because then I might scoop it for under retail anyways.
What actually happened in the sneaker game that changed the whole? You remember maybe like 15 years ago they would have sneaker releases and there would be lines around the corner and shit like that. What happened that doesn't happen anymore?
The internet.
Oh.
The resellers, the online, the eBays, the small stores in New York City that end up having an online presence as well. Whatnot is a huge seller platform for sneakers. Cool Kicks out of LA has a store, and they get all those shoes just like retailers do. Because all you need to do if you want to open a Nike retail store is have a layout for a store, make it super dope, and Nike will send you shoes. You just have to go through the channels and make it a really cool space, and you can sell Nikes.
Oh, that's crazy.
So there's people like that are getting all this shit, and all you gotta do is click buy it now. So those lines around Foot Locker that I used to dread standing in really aren't a thing anymore.
Yeah, I don't see that anymore.
No.
I hated that shit.
I did.
Because I never could get nothing.
I know.
I never could get nothing. The only people was getting shit was people that was going and getting them fucking lines and shit.
Absolutely, yep. I used to stand in there with my kids when they were little.
Yeah.
But I do also have a little hookup at one of our local stores, though, that will put my size up if I request it.
No doubt. I really appreciate you coming to do my platform. I believe that we hit our mark. We shared a lot of great information, and I can't thank you enough for coming here with this collection. You got some heat.
Thank you.
When you see me post sneakers, it's always gonna be some shit from the 80s. Like, do you got any Diodors?
Nice. No, I haven't even heard that word in a long time.
For real? That's the type of shit that I be on.
I like that. I like that.
Diodors and shit. So, lastly, one of the last things I want to ask you is, what do you think about the explosion of New Balance?
New Balance are super dope now. Pumas too, but we could talk about that some other time.
Yeah.
It just always depends on the New Balance. The higher the number, the more expensive. But for some reason, my 6-year-old son is also a sneakerhead. He knows every shoe and what their name is and numbers. He prefers New Balance over everything. That's just the new generation
Yeah, they
coming up.
took
That's
to
what
him.
he's always
They
seen.
took
And I
to
try
him.
to steer him. I'm like, Cassidy, I named my son Cassidy. After the best freestyle rapper out of Philly. But anyways, I'll be like, can we? And he's like, no, New Balances, we're out of here, ma. I'm like, what the fuck? I tried, but that's the new generation.
Tell my viewers where they can find you at on Instagram in case they want to check out some of your collection.
Yes, I am on Instagram, Andrea_Virginia_ Vannucci. I know that's so long. Type in ANDREA space VANNUCCI. You'll find me on all platforms.
Thank you.
Very welcome.